Raise your right hand to be sworn in.
After a landlord is sworn in,
Yes, I do.
it can take as little as 30 seconds
I own the property.
for a Hamilton County magistrate to get the evidence needed to evict a tenant.
Still living there and you want them out?
That's exactly right.
Unless the owner and renter resolve the case,
We can just go with the 7-day and then we can work something out.
tenants can be out on the street within a week.
I didn't have anywhere to go. So I just went home and started packing up. And sorry. I basically had to part ways with my kids.
Stephanie Smith says she and her 3 children got evicted 2 years ago after her landlord, Principal Group, and property manager Sherry Whitlock told a magistrate they did not receive Smith's payment for rent. After she left, Smith says she couldn't find a place where her family of 4 could live together. So 2 of her children stayed with their father. A 3rd child lived with Smith's mother, while Smith lived with a friend.
And that was the hardest thing I ever had to go through, not being with my kids every day.
Average eviction filings.
Evictions in Hamilton County are the focus of a just-released study conducted by these undergraduate students at the University of Cincinnati.
Right-click on the legend.
Alina Johns-Wolfe, a PhD candidate at UC, guided the study. It found the filing rate for evictions in Hamilton County is nearly double the national average. The students discovered tenants in Mount Airy were the most likely to get an eviction notice. Price Hill, Winton Hills, and Avondale also had some of the highest eviction rates. Those areas struggle with decades-long challenges of segregation, higher crime rates, and neighborhood instability.
We need to understand the experiences that people are going through, because eviction is more than just leaving and moving out of a home. It has long-term consequences.
The biggest consequence for Stephanie Smith and her children was the breakup of their family. It took 6 months to find an apartment for all 4 of them.
Tough process for me to go through.
Principal Group and Sherry Whitlock also sued Smith for damages. Smith countersued.
You wrongfully evicted me. You kept my deposit and now you're trying to sue me? Oh, I'm gonna fight.
The judge awarded Stephanie Smith $3,000 in damages, and legal aid, which represented her, received nearly $15,000 in attorney's fees. The judge awarded Principal Group $1,087 for back rent and fees.
Every time you walk into court, it's a gamble.
David Donnett represented Smith's former landlord. He declined to discuss the case, but told us he's preparing to file an appeal. During his 38 years of representing landlords, Donnett says he's frequently seen them allow tenants to make late rent payments.
In my experience, landlords are reading over backwards to avoid evictions.
The UC students studied 800 cases, finding 88% of landlords appearing in courtroom 121 had attorneys. Only 2.5% of tenants had a lawyer. In criminal courts, defendants have a right to an attorney. In civil courts, they don't have that right. But when tenants have a lawyer, court records show they are much more likely to win.
Are the repairs done?
No, Your Honor.
Lori Hittinger stood next to her legal aid attorney as she told the magistrate her landlord, Raineth Cincinnati, kept dragging its heels to repair the home she rented from them. But once the hearing ended... Can we talk with you guys about this case? Raineth's representatives appeared to be in a hurry to leave, did not respond to our request for comment, and finally reached a settlement with Hittinger.
We don't have enough resources to have attorneys for all those folks who are in there, and we really should.
Stephanie Smith's lawyer, Nick DiNardo, is a managing attorney for Legal Aid Society of Southwest Ohio.
Once a single eviction's been filed against you, whether there was good reason or not, you're going to be paying a lot. You'll be paying the same or more in rent for substandard apartments.
In this courtroom, Stephanie Smith fought back and won. But despite that, she believes her court actions will turn off many landlords and make it even harder for her family to find and rent their next home.
Every time I try to move or anything like that, I'm gonna have to explain this story to a landlord so they won't think that I'm just a terrible tenant, because I'm not.